Hello and welcome to this information session. This is so important, I feel, and every mom really should do an antenatal breastfeeding course just so that they know what to expect in hospital and what to expect in those first few days with a newborn baby. Many people think that breastfeeding comes naturally. Just because you have it doesn't mean you know how to use it. And it's important to turn to people that have gone through this so that you know how to, and without stressing about it. I know it was also daunting for me breastfeeding my little one, but at the end of the day, it was such a wonderful journey, and I want the same for you. It's also very important to know that sometimes things happen in hospital that you did not expect. Like maybe baby needs to go to the NICU for whatever reason. So you need to know how to express and how to continue milk supply while baby is there. Or you just don't know that you have enough milk or that baby is getting enough milk. So I'll help you through this, and hopefully at the end of the day you will feel equipped to be able to breastfeed your baby in hospital. I know theory and practical does not always match up, but rest assured having the theory is better than having no theory at all. Many times mommies go into hospital with this idea of what it will be like. Just remember, don't be disgusted when your expectations does not meet your reality. I don't know if you know where breast milk is made. Many people think it's made in the breasts. Yes, technically speaking, but if we really want to zoom into the physiology, when your baby suckles at the breast, your body secretes a hormone which goes to your brain. Your brain is signaled to secrete prolactin and oxytocin, two hormones that goes to your breast to start producing breast milk and then secreting it as baby suckles at the breast. I will take you through a few steps so that you will be able to breastfeed your baby comfortably. From working in the maternity ward with mommies and babies for a while, I've realized that moms don't really understand the concept of colostrum. Now, this is the breast milk that your body produces directly after birth for the first 3 to 4 days. So your body produces this breast milk which is high in antibodies. It has a laxative effect so that the baby passes its first stool, known as the meconium. So we want this colostrum because it's very important. As we mentioned, it's high in antibodies. Your baby is used to a certain environment in your womb. Now when baby is born, baby gets exposed to different microbes and maybe some germs in hospital. Your antibodies in your breast milk helps your baby to fight this and not become ill. So now the baby is used to the environment with your breast milk supplying the much needed antibodies. You need to realize that colostrum is also little in volume, thick and sticky. This means that if you compress your breast, it will not come spraying out. But you do not have to worry because your baby's stomach is small. And as your baby grows day by day, the stomach will also increase or capacity. But in the beginning, you just have to put baby onto the breast frequently so the baby can remove the milk. We have to remember that, as we said, the stomach is small, so the baby will become hungry quite regularly. Do not freak out, this is normal. Breast milk is digested very effectively and quicker than breast milk substitutes. Therefore, your baby will become hungry quite quickly. But as the time goes on, after 3 to 4 days roundabout, your breast milk will then come in volume. A proper latch is very important in your breastfeeding journey. If a baby doesn't latch correctly, you will feel it. It will be very painful. And remember, whatever other people tell you, breastfeeding is not supposed to hurt. If it hurts, then you know something is wrong. Usually it's a shallow latch that a baby has, and then, they chomp down on your nipple. It is called breastfeeding and not nipple feeding. Therefore, we want to have the breast in the mouth. Ideally, we want the nipple to go deeply into the mouth against the palate. We want to go past the gums because we want the tongue to massage the breast at the bottom to get the milk out. Yes, baby forms a vacuum to extract the milk, so baby needs to have a good latch. You will see that if baby latches properly, it will not be painful and the vacuum will help to extract the milk out. So if you think of how to get a baby to latch properly, we want to take the breast and we want to take the nipple and just tickle the baby's nose. When you tickle the baby's nose, your baby will smell the breast milk and then will reach up to get to the breast milk. So then as baby reaches up, we want the chin to be tucked in nicely at the breast, and then baby will come over the nipple. Now I know in the beginning your baby's mouth is small because the whole baby is small, but just remember baby will grow every single day. So then the mouth will become bigger. So for time being, now that you have a small baby with a small mouth, we want to get the breast in the mouth properly so that it doesn't hurt and so the baby can extract the milk effectively. So sometimes it's needed that we need to manipulate the breast so that we can get it into the mouth. I like to think of it as eating a hamburger. When you eat a hamburger, it's quite big and you can't really open your mouth that wide to get a good bite. So what do? You compress the hamburger so that it is thinner so that you can get it into your mouth. The same goes with the breast. If you have a bigger breast, what we want to do, we want to compress the breast. So we hold it here at the areola. We just hold it nicely next to it and then we tickle the nose, and then as baby opens the mouth, we put the breast in. We just hold it there for a little while so the baby can get a good latch, and then we can just let go of the breast and then support it here at the bottom. Sometimes the breast is very heavy, so it can slide down and then the nipple is out of the mouth. Keep in mind where the nipple is. If the nipple is not in the mouth correctly, baby will not suck. So we want to compress the breast, put it nice and deep in the mouth, hold it there for a while so the baby can get a good latch and a good seal, and then you just support the breast at the bottom, because once again it can slip out. Now we actually want to get a nice grip here at the bottom. As we said, we compress it, but then we can hold it here because we can play around with this, so we can actually use it to get it nice and deeply into the mouth. In the beginning, your baby needs to get used to the idea of breastfeeding. Your baby has been fed through the umbilical cord for 9 months. So now baby needs to learn how to feed with their mouth. Yes, it is an instinct that helps baby to latch, but sometimes baby just needs a little bit of help as to where the breast is. Yes, the breast does secrete oil so the baby can smell it and know where to go, but they need a little bit of help from time to time. It may also take a while for a baby to really get that wide open mouth. So do not give up after 1 or 2 minutes of trying. Continue, because baby will learn how to do it with every feed, and it might take a while. So do not become dismayed. It is normal baby behavior. Some babies just latch on quickly every single feed, and others take a while. But with every feed it improves and baby just becomes better at it. Once baby is latched, we want to ensure that baby is getting milk. We can know this by looking at baby's sucking patterns. A baby will suck, suck, stop, swallow, suck, suck, stop, swallow. Then also the swallowing will become audible. So then we know, because if a baby starts sucking, 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 sucking without stopping, that means that baby is struggling to extract the milk. Sometimes what you can do, you can actually compress the breast just to help with the expression of some breast milk in baby's mouth, just to also get baby or to suck until the breast milk starts to flow. If a baby latches in the beginning, the breast milk needs to be stimulated, so baby will suck, 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 and then start to suck, suck, stop, suck, suck, stop, because then the breast milk has started flowing or the flow has increased. When a baby is latched properly, We want to ensure that baby's cheeks aren't hollowed when sucking. So when you suck on a straw, you know, the mouth is perched and the cheeks are hollowed. For a baby to really suck effectively, we want the cheeks rounded and the mouth nice and wide open, and but rather, like we mentioned, having a hamburger nice and wide. It's advised to keep your baby with you in the hospital room so that you can start to become acquainted with your baby and get to know him or her. We want to get to know what they do when they become hungry or when they really just want to be held. So we want to really look at our feeding cues to ensure the baby doesn't become distressed and makes it very difficult then to feed baby. So with the feeding cues, we always look, when baby wakes up, baby will start to move around, smelling and looking for the breast. And if you don't pick up on that, baby will start to suck their fists because they want to suck on something, because they want milk, because they're hungry. But if you do not pick up that they are sucking their fists, they will start to become distressed, so they will start crying. We cannot put a crying baby on the breast. When a baby is distressed, a baby will lift their tongue to protect their airway. So then you cannot put the breast in the mouth, because we want the tongue at the bottom so that baby will be able to massage the breast at the bottom to extract milk. So learn your feeding cues. Remember, baby will start to move around, searching for the breast, and if he or she cannot find the breast, they will start sucking their hands to soothe themselves, or just because of dire need to fill their stomachs. And then they will start crying. And when they cry, we need to calm them down. Otherwise, we will not be able to latch baby. There are a few times when you can actually latch baby when baby is crying, but generally speaking, we want to calm baby down first before latching baby onto the breast. Now, when we also latch baby, we want to ensure that we're holding baby correctly. Now, I know every mom is different, every baby is different, so what works for the one won't work for the other. When we latch baby, ideally we want to hold baby horizontally with the baby's stomach against your stomach, just meaning that baby is facing the breast. No one wants to feed while their necks are turned and the airway or the throat is constricted, just like you don't want to eat like this. That's why we want to face our food. Baby wants to face the breast so the baby can suck effectively and comfortably. We also want to hold baby nice and close because we want baby to feel secure. If baby doesn't feel secure, baby will not latch properly and will not drink effectively. Just imagine you sitting on a chair and you don't feel very stable, you don't feel secure. It will be very difficult for you to eat while you are moving around like this. The same goes for your baby. You want to hold baby nice and close and make them feel secure. And then you can try different positions for baby to feed, depending on your preference, as well as if there might be a problem and how to get a deeper latch. There will be different positions, but generally speaking, we want to hold baby horizontally, nice and close to us. We also want baby's feet or legs to touch the other breast. When we do that, we're also stimulating the other breast, so we're stimulating the milk, which is a good thing because we want optimal milk stimulation for optimal milk production. After birth, it's very important to initiate breastfeeding within the first hour. This is so because baby's reflexes are very heightened. This is to help baby to latch properly and start sucking. This is just nature's way of helping baby to transition from the womb to the outside world. Baby has been in your stomach for 9 months. All the baby knows is you. So it's very daunting to be born and then all of a sudden get all these strange noises and the bright lights and the strange smells. So baby will feel scared. So having baby with you 24/7 ideally, is very important. So this also helps to learn baby's feeding cues and also to put baby onto the breast regularly. This will help to establish a good milk production. So we know when baby is in the womb, baby has an umbilical cord which feeds baby 24/7. Now when baby is born, baby is cut off from that 24/7 food supply. So now baby will start to feed intermittently. We want to feed baby within that first hour because that just helps baby's blood glucose to stabilize and prevent it from going low. So, like I said, when you go to hospital, remember to tell your gynae and your pediatrician that you want to put baby skin to skin within the first hour so the baby can also latch to breastfeed. Your baby also codes your breast milk supply if baby feeds regularly within that first 24 hours up to 100 hours after birth. When your baby feeds in that early hours, it just helps your body to start to produce the lactocytes needed for breast milk production. A baby will suckle frequently after birth, like we mentioned, because of the small stomach and the good absorption of the breast milk, but it also helps baby to stimulate the transition from the colostrum to the mature milk. This will also help to teach your body how much milk baby needs, so how much milk your body needs to produce for baby. But remember that it might become tiresome to feed baby frequently, but rest assured, as baby becomes bigger, the stomach capacity will increase, so baby will be able to drink more milk at a feed, so the periods between feeds will start to increase a bit. How do I know my baby is getting enough breast milk? So we want to look at the baby's output. If there is an input, there needs to be an output. So you will see that after birth, your baby will pass its first stool, known as the meconium, thanks to the laxative effect of the colostrum. So on the first day, baby will have, let's say, around about a minimum of 1 dirty nappy, and then day 2, 2 dirty nappies, day 3, 3 dirty nappies, day 4, 4 dirty nappies, and then afterwards, round about average on 4 dirty nappies. I know, it's quite a lot, but that's just how a baby works. And then we want to have wet nappies, 4 to 5 wet nappies a day. You don't have to count it because every baby is different. We're all individuals, so you don't have to stress about that, but just keep in mind we want lots of wet nappies and a few good poo nappies. You'll also see that your baby's poo color will transition from dark to green to yellow. We wanted to transition to yellow within that first week because then that shows baby is getting enough milk. Some moms do not experience this and others do when your body gets a letdown. So this is when your breast milk starts to flow much faster. Sometimes babies are lazy and they want that fast milk flow. So as baby sucks fast, and then the milk flow will start flowing. Then baby will start to suck, stop, as we want it to. Now, sometimes baby really wants to get to that fast flowing milk or stimulate your body to get a letdown. So in order for a baby to stimulate this letdown, a baby will maybe pull at the breast or even tug it or even hit it with the little hands, or become a little bit fussy just to stimulate those hormones to secrete. Do not worry about this. This is normal baby behavior. As you get to know your baby, you will start to learn what is normal baby behavior and what will baby do to stimulate that fast flow, and when you find that baby is not getting enough milk. But like I said, as you learn or get to know baby, you'll get to learn the cues that baby has for these certain things. But do not stress if baby starts hitting your breast or nudging at it, because that's just their way of showing you that they're just trying to stimulate that fast flow of milk. Many moms aren't prepared as to what to do when your baby goes to the NICU, because not everyone expects your baby to go to the NICU. And how do you keep the milk production going? Obviously, when your baby is with you, it is optimal because baby latches and that tongue and the sucking stimulates the breast milk production. So now the baby is in the NICU in an incubator, baby is not with you, so baby cannot stimulate your milk production. So this is very, very important. You need to express. If you do not have a pump, that is okay. The best way really is to use your hands. This is because your hands also is a form of stimulation because you are touching your breasts, and like I said, it just removes the milk better than a breast pump. Also, when you actually express with your hands, the fat content of the breast milk increases as you are massaging and loosening the fat globules in your breast. So now, it is very important to know how to hand express because it is a technique that you need to learn. It doesn't help you just press your nipple a few times. That is not how you do it. Remember, when the baby latches, it forms a vacuum and then it actually extracts the milk, it drags it out. But now we need to push it out. So at the back of the breast, where your breast is attached to your body, the glands are located. So we want to stimulate the glands there at the back and then push the milk out. So I'm quickly going to show you by means of my breast. So we want to hold the breast we want to hold the hand in a C shape. Okay, we don't want to hold it like this because then we are cutting off the milk flow. We want to hold it like this. Then we want to put it on the edges of the areola. So now we hold it. We don't want to hold it like this. We want to hold it with our thumb and our finger in line with the nipple. Now what we do, we want to push it to the back of the breast. Remember I said we want to get to the back where the glands are so we can push the milk out. So now we push it to the back. But as you push to the back, do not keep your hand in this position so close to each other. We want to keep it nice and loose so when we go to the back, we can actually push some of the glands between our hand. So when we push back, we can actually widen it a bit. So then we want to push our hands together at the back because then your hands will automatically go to the front. So then we push back and then we push forward. We don't want to go to the back and then push forward without pushing on the glands. So this may take some practice, but remember you need to become acquainted with your breast. This is your breast, so you need to know, or you need to feel comfortable in managing it and touching it and using it. So yes, this is the optimal technique, but sometimes moms actually get it right by doing it a different way. That's fine. Play around with your breast and see what works for you. Now it's very important to express regularly. Ideally in the beginning, let's say the first day or two, we want to express every 2 hours for about 15 minutes until the breast milk actually starts flowing. Because the pathway needs to form between your breast and your brain. And the more baby feeds, the more established the pathway will come. But now, because baby is in the NICU, baby cannot cue you to feed baby, so now we need to do it. So now we look at the clock. Every 2 to 3 hours we are wanting to express. And we do this 15 minutes on the one breast, 15 minutes on the other breast. So we can give both breasts the stimulation that's needed to stimulate and maintain breast milk production. And during the evening, you can go 3 to 4 hours without expressing because you need sleep. If you're tired, your body will not produce milk optimally. So we want to express frequently during the day, and then a little bit longer gaps can go between expression sessions during the evening. It's also very important to have the hormones flowing. So we do this by sitting next to baby's bedside. we can hold baby if the doctor allows it, or we can just touch baby, we can smell baby, just take baby in, consume baby's smell, and just think of baby and the cuteness. That will help with the hormones to flow so that the breast milk can be produced. It's also a good idea just to keep a photo or take a video on your phone. So while you are expressing, if you're not with baby, then you can look at the video and the photos, because that will also help with the hormone releasing. And ideally we actually want to express when we are at baby's little bedside, because that will help to, when we look at baby, we smell baby, and just like I said, we just consume baby's smell and just the movement and all of that. So it's very important. We want to express regularly, and if the milk starts flowing, why stop going? So when the milk starts flowing, we just want to keep on expressing, and then after you've expressed, then you can time 2 to 3 hours afterwards until we do the next expression session. Drink lots of fluids, because breast milk is about 90% fluid or water, so it is very important to stay hydrated, and also eat a balanced diet, because that will also help for the nutrients and the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to produce breast milk. If we are distressed and we are worrying, breast milk might decrease. The body does not like stress, and breast milk runs away when you start stressing. So try and be calm. Remember, the doctors know what they are doing, and all that you can do to help your baby now is expressing your breast milk so the baby can get the optimal feed to help thrive and just to grow better, so the baby can get out of the ICU as quick as possible. Also keep in mind, when your baby's blood glucose drops, first try and express. Well, ideally we want to put baby onto the breast again so the baby can drink breast milk. But if that's not possible, then we want to express breast milk. We can express it into a spoon, because then we can feed baby that directly. Make sure that the spoon is sterilized and clean. I know sometimes a mom struggles too much expressing because they are stressed, because the doctor or the nurse said baby's blood glucose level has dropped and we need to do something stat. Then maybe baby will get a top up. It's not ideal, but just make sure that you are okay with it, and that they actually ask you they can give formula, because it's your right to say what you want your baby to be fed, breast milk or formula. So yes, we want to try and express and give baby that breast milk. Otherwise, if baby is receiving a top up, make sure that you are expressing in that time, because if a baby, let's say, is getting a full feed, of your breasts won't be emptied. And if your breasts aren't emptied, then there will be a negative loop that will occur. So then your body will tell your brain, you know what, you don't need the milk because the milk has never been removed. So then your body will not start to produce more milk. So frequent removal of breast milk is important. And if your baby skips a feed, we want to remove the milk ourselves. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you have learned something and that you'll be able to implement this in hospital. If you do struggle in hospital, feel free to contact me. I will be more than happy to help. I do home visits in and around Durbanville and pretty much the northern suburbs. I really hope that you manage, because this is a very special time in your life and it's a new chapter that you're beginning, and I really want the best for you in your breastfeeding journey. It's so special, and the bond with your baby, it is just so amazing. I've been through this and I'm still, and it's just, I cannot describe to you how wonderful it is. So if you do struggle, do not give up. Reach out for help. All the best.